welcome to Cinnamon Leaf ASMR and Baldur's Gate 3. Last time we made our way into the goblin camp, saved a little cute owlbear cub, and made this guy kiss our feet. So now we're ready to go inside here and see what's actually happening in here. There's people in here we want to save, there's Halson we want to save, there's Liam we want to save, and a bunch of other stuff we can explore. So let's see. Oh. Well, that's bad timing right now, darling. Okay.
My condition is worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile.
Absolutely, darling. We can do that. I think we have something he can have. These are all equipped, so maybe not those. Maybe the ones that we don't have equipped. Well, these are for paladins, so we can absolutely give him these. We don't have paladins, so the gloves of heroism. Take those.
Thank you.
The lighting in here is so strange for him. It's also such bad timing. We just entered the goblin camp.
It is a strange experience. Each time anew, like a lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. Somehow the second artifact hasn't had the effect of the first. Somewhat relieved the discomfort, but I fear my hunger hasn't quite...
Oh no, honey. Are you alright? Is there anything I can do to help you?
You do plenty for me, more than you realize. But this cannot be remedied. The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle, the fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think.
Sweetheart, we'll be fine.
For the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was too. A great deal of trouble indeed.
No, darling. So that's not looking too good. But it's fine. Let's save and let's go further in that Saza. Hi, girl.
Oi! Ain't no party in here. Shut it, Graw. Olak cleared us. Got a visitor for the drow, I do. My arse. What's a true soul want with any mate of yours? Private business, that is. Raiding business. But if anyone wants a piss pot guarded, we'll call. Just get your friend branded proper. Right, Sazza? Got better things to do than... No, you don't. Come on, then. Bloody racket. Oh, come on.
Okay, we go inside. I don't think we want to be branded. But let's get in here and learn what's happening. I always find this place kind of sad. Not as sad as another place, but since this was a religious temple, I'm not necessarily super religious, but I don't know, I'm kind of spiritual, and I don't want this to sound like I'm culty. I'm not culty. I just find that in places that were intended for something, I find it sad if they're not doing that, you know? Like, I don't know, it's like a sacred place and it was really important to other people, and now it's this. I don't know, it's just sad. Disrespected sacred grounds, I guess, is what's making me sad about it. Okay. So, here we are. That's not a good sign. So, that's about her branding people. Devout Mrak. Hello, True Soul Gut. So she is someone that Saza already mentioned. Yes, we got here. Saza mentioned we can ask the Goblin Priestess for help. I wonder if we want to do that first. I mean, it's the first thing that we kind of run into in here, so why not start that? Hello. Hello, gut.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh.
I don't really want to do that. Why should I let you brand me?
Let's the faithful recognize one another quick sharp. That way nobody'll mess with ya. And it's charged with magic. Ordinary slobs can't see it. Only us that follow the Absolute.
Charged with magic. Perhaps that explains the ease with which these goblins submit to true souls.
You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting.
I'd rather not do this, thank you.
Maybe you don't need it. After all, you're special, ain't ya? Like me.
She probes your mind, tangling your thoughts with hers. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the Goblin Priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the Goblin Priestess in the temple once again.
Fun. I don't really think we want to push into her mind. I don't know if we need to. Let's sever the connection.
Your minds brush against one another, but are swiftly parted.
Don't want to get intimate in front of the novices. Fair enough. Got some weird shadows in your head. Maybe I could help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another.
Do you think you can fix whatever's causing those shadows?
With the Absolute's will, I can fix anything.
I don't trust this at
Deal
all.
with this in my chapel. It's private. Don't want this lot interfering with true soul business.
Oi! Priestess!
Acted like us.
We want the mark.
Why do they think they're talking to a god?
Ain't we good enough for the Absolute?
Were we meant to turn out like that? Blissful idiots who thought they were talking to their god?
Apparently. Interesting thoughts, you know, this all has some implications for, you know, world building that we aren't privy to quite yet. I love the light, the gold effect on these, like, panels. Very pretty. So she wants to talk to us in her, what's it called? Her room, I guess, her chambers. That's over here. The map just moved us there. Interesting. Let's talk to these people. Roa Moonglow. Hello.
That the jingle of coin, I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today, so I'm feeling generous.
Okay, we didn't succeed this history check, but I can tell you, I think, she is, well, I know what she is, but I think what we would have learned is that she's Centaurum, which is a certain group of people. What business does someone like you have in a goblin camp?
You joking? Goblins sell the best prisoners. Cheap, quiet, and eager to be elsewhere. Till this crowd converted and started sending their captives to Moonrise Towers, at least. No complaints, mate. I just sold enough smoke powder to cover the loss 10 times over.
Interesting, interesting. What do you know about Moonrise Towers?
All I need to. There's an awful lot of folk flowing that way. And coin is sure to follow. Might have to find my faith and see this Absolute for myself, eh? Still some deals to be done here, though. You want to trade or what?
Let me see her wares. And she has a bunch of stuff. Let's see. There's a bunch of scrolls. Weapons. A blooded great axe. With relentless revenge. When the wielder has 50% hit points or less, they deal an additional 1 to 4 slashing damage. Not that much, but it's cool. A bow of awareness, seldom caught unaware, so you gain a +1 bonus to initiative rolls. Gold Wormling Staff, where you gain a Firebolt, which we have in Gale. Great Sword, and Crossbow, give me that. For Astarion. A Hunter's Dagger. Rupturing. On a hit, the target must succeed a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or become ruptured. What's that? They take 1 to 4 piercing damage when... Damage. Fun. When moving. Each time you move, reduce the condition duration by 1. It's kind of cool. I mean, I'm kind of looking for short swords with Astarion now, but that is a pretty cool dagger as well. And a javelin, which we could throw. But we have the returning pike now. A long sword and a monster slayer glaive. This weapon deals an additional 1d4 damage against monstrosity type foes, and the jump distance is increased by 1.5. That's actually pretty cool as well. A short bow, chainmail, chain shirt, hide armor, leather armor, padded armor, and ringmail armor. Okay, fun. I don't think we want anything other than that. And we didn't find much since we last saw her. I guess soap and stuff we could, exchange, but I think we'll just have to buy that again. Yeah. I'm glad, you too, I'm glad that we didn't send that to Astarion. I'm glad that I didn't sell the stuff we just fed Gale to the goblin at the entrance, because that would have been quite inconvenient. There, now he has a bonus action on far range, which is really cool. Okay, and they're probably... Ural and Erna probably don't want us going in there.
Nothing for you in there, mate.
That's what I thought. Then we'll leave them, that's fine. I don't really need, there's many people who want what's in here because there's strategies built around what's in there, but I don't really care. Okay, this I think is the right room. Priestess Gat also is one of the 3 leaders, so this is part of our quest to take them out as well. Cool. Hello. Sorry if you could hear that. That was my stomach. I need to eat. True soul. Good. Let's talk.
Oi, come. Ready to clear your head?
What exactly are you gonna do?
Whatever the Absolute tells me to. Don't worry. She loves you. I can tell.
Alright, I'm ready.
Don't want a crowd of gawpers. Everybody else needs to leave.
Astarion disapproves. But I think we should still be relatively high with him. 24. Because I think last time we checked we were at 24 as well. I think the approval with when we got the guy to kiss our feet was more than 1. I think that was maybe 4. So, or 2 or something. So that did more. That's fine. Okay, so the others need to leave. Let's go outside. It's fine. We're gonna be fine. Close the door. It's gonna be fine. Trust me, guys.
Wish to live in more interesting times.
We'll do this the way it was intended.
Ready to clear your head?
Yep.
Smart. All you
Now he
need to
disapproved
do
again.
is open yourself to the Absolute,
Interesting.
and I'll do the rest.
Psionic feelers creep across your mind like a pickpocket's fingers seeking flaws in fabric.
We can try and seal our mind. Let's save. I find it kind of mean that he disapproved again.
It's all slippery in there. What are you hiding?
We'll relax, I think.
An image of the Mind Flayer reaches out to her from your memories.
Helps! We need to fish that thing out before it eats any important parts of your brain.
Pretty sure one of those parasites is squirming in your head too, but I don't know, I kind of want this to go a certain way. We'll try this.
No, it's messing with your brain. You're seeing. things, probably hearing voices too, yeah?
Then get it out of me.
Don't you worry. I've got everything I need to fix you. Might get a bit messy, though.
Right now I'm wondering if we would want to just kill her. Because that would be fun, and I'm upset that that Astarion just disapproved twice, but it's fine. I'm ready, sure.
You won't regret this. Being a true soul, you know the Absolute don't like to touch nothing unclean. So drink this. It'll purify ya.
You recognize telltale flecks of werejackal blood. It's a potion of sleep.
That'll put me asleep. Are you trying to trick me?
I ain't deceiving nobody. I'm trying to help.
We'll drink it. We'll drink it, we'll go with it. And we'll go to sleep.
Sweet dreams. I'll see your ugly mug on the other side. Wakey, wakey. Don't bother struggling. You ain't going nowhere. The Absolute wants to know all about that critter in your head. So start talking.
You're out of luck. I don't know any more about it than you do.
Liar! We've both seen the monster that put it there, and I know what happens next.
You're infected. It's going to happen to you too.
Stop trying to confuse me. You're a liar. Everything's clear since the Absolute chose me. You're the one that's broken. Do you even know who you are anymore?
I know I'm gonna kill you. How about that?
You ain't gonna lay a finger on me. You're finished. And I don't have to do nothing but wait. That thing inside your head is gonna eat your brain from the inside out. And eventually your skull will split and you'll cough up a mess of tentacles.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
Think you're special, do ya? You're not. I'm gonna keep you here so I can see every gory detail and hear every whimper and scream.
Do we keep quiet or do we say that? You know, we'll keep quiet.
You're gonna be my new pet. A ferocious squiddy. All for myself.
You test the weight of the chains, looking for weak points.
We'll preserve our strength.
Open your papers, freak. It's time. You should be sprouting tentacles by now. But you're still the same kind of ugly you always was. Disappointing not to have my own squiddy. But your giblets will make for a tasty supper.
Or not.
Sorry. I may have left that a little late. No lasting damage, I hope?
Hello, hello, hello. And this is why we let this all happen. These chains, they're not on me. They're having fun, but it's fine. I'm still breathing at least, thank you.
It's my master you should thank. When you got yourself in this predicament, he sent me to help. You'll meet him again soon, and have a chance to show your gratitude. In the meantime, try not to get yourself killed. I won't always be watching.
Okay, girl, bye. Very cool. So, that clearly didn't work, but Corilla did all our work for us. This is one of the ways you can complete this quest. We could have also just trapped her in the room and fought her ourselves, or we could have done a bunch of other things. I like this option though because it gives you lots of story bits and Corilla. Let's take that. We get Absolute's Warboard, Absolute's Talisman. These are all only good if you are of the Absolute. And we get our first, I think, second, Mind Flayer's Parasite Specimen, and a Rancid Note. That Slobberchops druid was nosing around ain't just some tomb robin adventurer type. Calls himself Halsin, ugly name for an ugly bastard. I had a little word or two with him before the lashers put his hairy arse in the pens. Said he thinks there's something rotten inside us, inside me. Reckons he can help get rid of the rot. I told him we don't need any help from nobody. Never did. And especially not now the Absolute's taken a shine to us. I says there'll be something rotten inside him soon enough. There's a lot of rancid meat down in the pens, and when we cut him open, I'll make sure he stays alive long enough for the maggots to make a nest of him. That's horrifying, but it also tells us Halsin was here.
Should mind my step.
Then out here, Corilla also took care of Polma, another person who works here. This is kind of our door out, more or less, but there's, as we can see if we, go over here, there's a way down into the temple, which we now know exists. I would first get all these books and then reunite with our group, of course. But the rest I would just leave for now. Scroll of Melf's Acid Arrow. I also, because I am a fanfiction writer at heart, or just a writer at heart, in my head I'm like imagining the dramatic reactions of everyone else when we're missing and they're like outside and they don't know where we are. And stuff, like all of that sounds really fun and cool. Okay, we already did that. I'm gonna look at the books in a second.
Burned from the inside out. Must have been our warlock friend.
Yes. Scroll of Burning Hands. So all of this is also horrible. And basic poison, we failed perception. So this is the old altar. As you can see, this is a Selune temple. The stars and the moon and the eyes, I just think it's really beautiful. Okay, hello Polma.
Please.
Also, the first time I played this.
There's a mark. Who the hells does she serve?
Ah, yes. Corilla is really cool. But what I was gonna say is that the first time I played this game, I also fully didn't see this door. Like, I was already struggling to, organize my camera and stuff. So, if you also struggle like that, it's fine. I absolve you. A gilded chest. Ooh. Amulet of Misty Step. That's great, actually. That is awesome. What sort of amulet are we currently wearing, actually? We're wearing the Lesser Restoration one. I think we can take that off for Misty Step. Give me the Misty Step. Did we not? Am I blind? Oh, yeah. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let's go latest. There. Very good. Misty Step is really cool. A basic poison and a recipe of elixir of arcane cultivation. There is joy in helping others that I never knew. While I myself have never had any talent for manipulating the weave directly, I cannot get the look of wonder on Nikros' face out of my head, that look he had when he imbued this potion. It fills my body with a soothing electricity I had thought impossible. Extract needed, an explanation for how to make that. And we learned the elixir of arcane cultivation. Very cool. There's some bones in this box. And there is another book. Polma is empty, that's funny. It's a bed we could sleep in and a wardrobe. Cool. With some spells we can learn. Okay. Now let's look at the books we just got and see if maybe I remember if we've read them or not. Or I guess we could like see if we have them in our book thing. Magic of the Weave. Have we read that? Can we sort this by like name? Because that would be cool. Probably not though. Or it is name. Okay. So we have several of these. We have 2. We have 9. We have 7. Cool. Okay, so that is, what's this one called? Magic. So M. Mercon's Story, Magic of the Weave. I don't think we have that. So let's read it. Magic of the Weave, an introduction. Few try to understand the weave, a true pity, for only they who are truly attuned to the weave can rightly call themselves spellcasters. Thus comes the question, what is the weave? It is an essential element of the universe. It runs through everything in unseen threads. It is what makes magic possible. It is also, though I will not go further into detail here, the goddess Mystra herself. The weave isn't magic precisely. Rather, it is the raw material from which magic is woven, not entirely unlike how a collection of threads is shaped and formed into a garment. Those with the necessary talent and skill can manipulate the weave and perform magic by casting spells. Developing this skill takes years of learning and constant practice. You might have heard of those who can cast spells because they are born with an innate connection to the weave, commonly called sorcerers, or was because they struck a bargain with an otherworldly creature, also known as warlocks. Do not be deceived. Their magic is unpredictable, uncontrolled, and, in some cases, not even rightfully theirs. No, to truly know and manipulate the weave is an art, but those wizards who master it will know the limitless power and beauty the weave provides. Cool. We just swapped this out. That was not my intention there. Lessons for sensible living for cities and how to survive them. I don't think we have this either. Or do we? It's lessons, so L-M-N-O-P. Yeah, so that doesn't look like we have it. Okay. Lessons for sensible living. On not going to cities, the simplest piece of advice for sensible folk is to avoid cities entirely. On marketplaces, people often tell me, Harrington, my fleeces and turnips are worth more in a city market than at the local village fair. Fools, to them I say your fleeces and turnips will be robbed long before you reach the market square, and you will have only a few lumps and bruises to take home. On taverns, all sensible folk enjoy draining a mug of locally produced ale in the company of their friends, but some of you may have heard tell of the extravagant taverns that populate the cities of the Sword Coast. If bawdy names like the Blushing Mermaid and the Wizard's Stave were not sufficient warning of their impropriety, let it be known that you will be robbed long before you finish your first tankard, and will have only a few lumps and bruises for company. On sewerage, be like you, keep a pot by your bedside and cast out the leavings into a communal pit of mourn. Sensible and cleanly behavior. Many cities have dispensed with such simple methods of hygienic living, and instead the waste of the inhabitants commingles and flows through great channels beneath the very streets, a breeding ground for mucky creatures. On becoming lost, cities are far too large and you will become lost almost immediately. A fellow once told me that Baldur's Gate is actually 3 cities in one, an outer, an inner, and an upper. I believe he thought I'd be impressed, but I simply spat in his eye and sent him on his way. Harrington Netherland. A city hater. I can kind of relate to this, but, you know. Oral histories of Faerun, Gith and Mind Flayers. Do we have that? We have, like, none of these. It could be that, like, Karlak has some, because I think Karlak also had some of our books. But I think these are just new. I think we have Missives of Candlekeep. Right? Hello? Okay. I think we have Mrs. of Candle. Yeah, we do. We have Mrs. of Candlekeep. Do we have the true... I mean, it's like a yellow book, right? We don't have that one then. The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrooks Morrow, Volume 4. Okay. It's a pulp series following the real-life exploits of an interplanar ship's captain. The real Captain Morrow is known never to have left her native Waterdeep, and emerges from her rooms at the yawning portal only to exchange scrawled manuscripts for fresh meals and ink. Cute. It is quite a feeling to fall forever. Of course, fall does not exactly describe it, nor indeed does fly. Each patch of sky in the elemental plane of air is bound by no laws but its own, rendering petty attempts at direction or definition meaningless. It is exactly this ferocious freedom that makes a plunge through the eternal blue the only way I've learned to truly relax. You seem distracted, observed Arules, shouting to be heard over the howling wind. That the goblin could so easily pierce my inscrutable facade was no surprise to me, for she is a sage of considerable wisdom and a lifelong friend to boot. I am, I acknowledged, expertly adjusting my posture to avoid a drifting Aarakocra nest. Lord Primus, or Primus, was forewarned of my contract to infiltrate his mind palace. I had to leave my entire crew and Mechanus just to escape alive. This seems like I've read it before in this playthrough, but I'll read it. I could sense her frown beneath the bleached bone skull that eternally obscured her face. It was an affection of her monastic order, and just one of the many things I had never truly understood about her. All perished. Surely the traitor was among them. Perished? Oh no, I traded them. Lord Primus wished to study mortal mannerisms, and he was most forthcoming with the identity of my betrayer in return. I reached out across the divide and slipped from her finger the ring of command. With the loss of the magical item, she instantly ceased to fly and began to fall in earnest. A subtle distinction, but an important one. Her screams were already lost to the whipping wind by the time new bride loomed into view. I climbed aboard, weighing the ring in my palm. Its exact twin was nestled upon my own finger, forged by Arules many moons ago as a symbol of our undying friendship. Were not, dear Rita, she is my friend still, and it is fully my intention to return and catch her. Someday. Interesting book, interesting book. Disorders of the Nerves and Mind, a treatise. We have that, great. And then A Pleasurable Deal, The Shocking Truth, I think we have that. Don't we? Or we maybe just didn't put it in here because, yeah, we've read this. French Philosophy, Volume 5. I think we've read those. Didn't we find this in the basement? But it doesn't look like we've read it. Interesting. We've read this, I'm quite sure. So I'll put it in here, even though maybe we haven't, but... Oh, we have. Why is it at the end? We have it. The Illustrated Adventures of Baldur, and I actually don't think we have that. This book is packed full of tales of adventure. The monsters are ferocious, the men are muscled, the women are buxom, and the clothing is easily torn. Something is cleft in twain on every other page, although you do find a passage that's a little less bloody. The woman's eyes were dusky, filled with mystery and promise. Baldurin was intrigued. Anything? He asked. Anything, she said. Just name it and it can be yours. And what do you want in return? Oh, just a small thing, she smiled. Baldurin laughed. Nothing about him was small. I want your soul, Baldurin, she sighed. Give me a spirit, and whatever you desire shall be yours. Baldurin considered this for a moment. Very well, I want a turnip. She hesitated. Your soul in exchange for a turnip. A nice turnip, nodded Baldurin. Very well. Dark smoke swirled around the woman whose skin was turning red. Then you shall. The next couple of pages have been torn out. When the story resumes, the woman, now fully revealed as a devil, is kneeling at Baldur's feet. Curse you, Baldur, I am bound to you, yours to call upon when you need me, and your soul is your own once more. Let that be a lesson to you, laughed Baldur. Never underestimate the power of a turnip. Fun story. Okay. Done with that. Gith and Mind Flayers. I truly think we haven't read it, so we will read this. This book comprises several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. There we are. That was a sentence that I was apparently struggling to read. Chapter 4, Baldur the Swift, 700 years of age, wood elf storyteller hailing from the wood of sharp teeth. It took me several 10 days of quiet habitation in the wood before the venerable Baldur felt comfortable revealing his presence to me. The longer I stayed, demonstrating I was no threat to his health and peace, the more open he was to gentle inquiry. This tale, relayed to me on a chilly morning as we stoked a small fire between us, was like none I had ever heard before or since. I asked if it was fiction, and he insisted emphatically it was as true as his own right eye. Long ago, before my eyes and ears, before your lonesome quill, dear scribe, there was an empire of people, or perhaps only belief, an empire of brain-eaters, soul-wasters. They called themselves Illithids, the flayers of minds. The children of Gith were bowed, bent in service to the flayers, a passionate people made to serve a cold belief. The flayers were untouchable, their minds a great oppressor. No proud will or passion could break Gith's children free. Until at last a reckoning, its source unknown, its power unproven, but its events history-making. The code would not be cracked. Gith's children fought back valiantly, their freedom theirs, the flayers bent and broken till today. Love. I love how much detail there is in this game, and like how much you can actually genuinely learn about the world. It's so rich and beautiful and just great. So yes, let's go reunite with our friends. We can look into the temple thing later. I would say that's not a priority right now. Yeah, I think this is where we're going.
Let's see what this does.
To the Shattered Sanctum. Where are our people? We are here. Oh, this is where we came in. Okay. We're still in her part of the Shattered Sanctum. We're reunited.
There you are. Glad you're all right. What happened in there?
A bunch of stuff. I thought Priestess God was gonna kill me, but someone appeared at just the right time.
Really? Who?
Oh, interesting, because I don't think we knew that until now, but a servant of Raphael, the Cambion we met.
Ugh. So now the rat is sending out cockroaches. Joy. Glad you're in one piece, but I doubt this little favor will come without a price. Let's get rid of this tadpole. Cambion might lose interest when we're a little less, well, interesting. There are enough absolutists in this place to fill a reserve trench. One of them must have something interesting to say, right? Let's find out.
One would hope so. Okay, then. So, with that, we have dealt with quite a large chunk of the problem here. 1/3 of the chunk, essentially. Because we took out... This is not right. I'm gonna, here, find a cure. We learned that Priestess Gut wasn't a cure. We have to rescue the druid. We learned that he's, if he's still alive, he's captive in the pits. We defeated one of the leaders. Great. So for now, since my voice is kind of cracking at the moment and I don't want to over stress it, I would call it a day here. I hope you enjoyed this. more stuff happened this episode again. I think that's cool. We got a bunch of cool stuff that we can use and some spells that maybe we can teach Gale. Bunch of stuff. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that whatever you do next, it goes super, 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 super well. Super well. And if that's sleeping, sleep well. Sweet dreams. And good night.